Afternoon. Tommy Grisafi coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee. I am at RFD TV Studios. I'll be filming Scott the Cow Guy this afternoon. But before we get that going, we got to get through this USDA report. Now, as we speak, corn's currently down 3, beans are up a little, and wheat's down 12 to 15. Last time we did one of these reports, I talked about how it was becoming apparently obvious that people are caught the wrong way, a little fear. Sometimes even as a market gets cheaper, we actually accelerate to one side or the other. In the opposite effect of that, you're seeing orange juice explode recently. Cocoa, none of those do we trade. But yeah, some of the commodities are still going up. The three we like to watch, corn, beans, and wheat, have been trending down. And there's several reasons for that. Connor Brady will come on to the show. I might pop off, digest the numbers here in a little bit. Those guys want to talk a little bit. Um, excuse me. We should be interesting. I'm continuing to get texts and emails and everything saying, "Hey, I have this much from this." The part that's scary, guys, is it's not that there's a little old crop; it's how long they are in the new crop. It's the 24.
Absolutely.
Advanced trading thinks we only have about 5-10% hedged. I've said that on TV, and people want to argue with me. Yet corn goes down 3 cents every day. I would love for the grain markets to go up. I would love for a short covering rally. I could see several reasons why that could happen. Hey, Brady and Connor, you guys did a special. We're about 2-3 minutes out. What'd you guys talk about yesterday on your special?
Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, we digested CODAM numbers, number one, right? What was the Brazil? We now have those. And then we were just looking at the WASD we're going to see here in a couple minutes and what numbers we were looking at, things that could surprise us and really just breaking down those numbers. So we'll be able to do it in a couple minutes. Price action leading up to it, guys. Corn's about 6-7 cents off the high for the day, sitting right at 432 March corn. Soybeans high was at 1204. March soybeans are sitting right at $12. Still up 11-12. So some decent movement, right? Not what we wanted to see on the corn front, but seeing some price action ahead of the report.
Yeah, it could get a little nuts. I'll show a little clip of what it used to look like about 110 years ago when numbers like this came out. Of course, I'm old, and even I don't remember
Are
those
you in
days.
there, Tommy? Is that? I
Oh
think I
my
see you
God.
in that. Is that?
I don't think I'd look good in a top hat or a mustache. But with that, all seriousness, I'm going to bring in my quotes. We can see the markets going in. The number of corn down 2, beans having a nice little pop, and wheat down 10. With that, see what these boys, sometimes they're not kind, sometimes they are, but these guys can be very, very, very cruel to the markets. And with that, we do have some good news. We have a monster rally in cattle. Live cattle up 130, feeders up 200, and not all commodity markets are going down. So let's see how far we are out on this number, and we will go from there. Real quick, guys, let me just show people how many seconds do we have? I didn't have my timer up.
About
Hold on.
40 seconds.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about premium content real quick. So in a few weeks, we're going to start to release premium content. Looks like this. This was Brady and Tony talking about cattle and hogs after hours. And we have 12 people at Advanced Trading who help with premium content. We have 12 outside contributors, and we could talk about that more. Of course, if you want to get a hold of us, 1-855-737-FARM, or email us info@ATI ProMedia. I sound like an infomercial, but I'm at a TV studio, and I guess I'm getting ready for my 1 o'clock gig. Numbers going to come out in a few seconds. If you have comments or questions, we'll try to get to them. Yep. And let's see what we have. Show us what we have, and you guys digest the reaction, boys.
Okay, we'll look at the
break down the numbers. Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, yell them when you got them, Tommy. Looks like we're getting some first initial reactions. I'm watching the bean market. We're trending lower, bouncing around unchanged to negative. Corn sitting right at 4, right at that 430 March price. So not huge moves, right? Especially compared to the January 12th report. But
I have a number for you, Connor B. Carry out 2.172. US Fed corn 23-24 carry out 2.172. Expected 2.15. So pretty online there.
Yep. Dead on. January, they were at a 2.16. So
I got a soybean number for you, my friend. Sorry to talk over. US soybean 23-24 carry out 315. Expected 280. So a little bigger there. That's what took those beans from up 12 to down a little.
A little disappointing. Yeah.
I mean, keep yelling if you see. I'd love to know the Brazil numbers when you get them, but
Here,
uh,
let me see here.
soybeans, right? That's the top end of the range. Most analysts had it at a 310, and USDA came out at a 315. Bigger number we were looking for. Corn, corn right in line with where we.
Fed Brazilian soybean output. Looking through my bifocals, output 156, expected 153.2, prior 157.
Gotcha.
150.
And
So
then-
kind of a smaller adjustment there than anticipated, right?
Yeah,
And then-
overall reaction, guys. Corn started down 3 or 4. It's only down 2 now. Beans were up 12. They traded lower, and they're now stabilizing a little bit. I'm going to not wrap up the show, but at least say, if you had stepped out and went to the washroom, you wouldn't have known we had a number, would you, fellas?
No, which is
Kind
very
of a bit of a snoozer here.
Yeah. And historically, that's on brand for this Feb WASD. Brady and I talked about that. The volatility wasn't super high if we look at the 10-year average. Tommy, do you Brazil corn production? That's one
I have
really
it right
wanted.
here. Yep. Feb Brazil corn output 124, expected 124.3.
Wow.
Okay.
Little
And
news
so-
out of Ukraine. Ukraine corn output 30.5, prior 30.5. I thought there could
Dead
be a
on.
little surprise in that Ukraine number. Market's actually starting to have a little positive reaction, and it's nice to see. Hey, I think we have a few questions or comments. Let me look through them, see what we have here.
It says wheat.
Yeah, just I don't know if that's a question or a statement. We'll skip over that, but we do appreciate it, Chris. One thing about wheat, wheat looks to be like it's leading, like wheat does well, and you'll see corn and beans down. All of a sudden, wheat's up 12, and then today wheat's down 12. Wheat's definitely the outlier there on that one. Any other numbers you want me to get off the news wires here, and we could get on with our date real quick? Brady, tell everyone. I believe Mr. Drew Moore and Brian Bastine and Michael Reginelli are going to break down the numbers later. Tell everyone how they break them down versus how we break them down.
Yeah, they're going to dive in a lot deeper and dissect, all the little changes and we'll just go a little beyond surface level, like we're looking at here, watching the market reaction, and they're gonna dig in a lot deeper than we are. Great analysis. They got a great team there, and got folks that are a lot smarter than I am, certainly, on this front.
I'm going to pop back in with my camera. Guys, I want to talk a little bit about this give us a chance to teach people a little bit here. But we put the options on the bottom, and March corn's trading 430, and you could see how a 430 put reacted. You could see how a 440 call reacted. Not much price action there. Wild to talk about corn at that level. And then we have the 24 crop, right? We're in the crop insurance period, and people who are selling grain might want to call to buy upside, and people who haven't sold grain might want to protect. I know it feels odd that they're like, wow, look at that. Last year I was protecting 550. This year I'm protecting 450. But also we have to understand how fertilizer changed and so many things are changing in the agricultural landscape. Any color you guys want to add there?
No, absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. I think if we're looking at the Fed pricing, I think that average is right at a 474, right? Market's at 471, trending lower. Beans, we're probably looking at like an 1175 average. $1 or close to $2 if we're looking at beans lower than last year on that crop insurance price discovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just scanning over the wires again. I'm happy that we're not tumbling down. Sometimes it takes a report to say, "Hey, on that day we stabilized." And think of it this way: if you're an end user and you're waiting for an ugly report to buy it, we're 2-3 cents higher than we were before it. So you may see a little short covering. You may see some price action. That's totally normal. We do like that. And with that, guys, again, we'll tell people that they can watch the big breakdown afterwards. I'm going to pull this out. Always exciting to talk markets and trade markets. Of course, we do that every day at 9. You too. I think we're on episode 52, 53. Brady's in Dodge City. Connor is in Assumption, Illinois. I'm down at RFD TV Studios in Nashville. You guys can all watch me live at 11:45. I'll go live down there. And of course, we'll go live at 1. Good news is that we did not collapse here and that the corn market's actually stabilizing.
Corn's trying to pop a little bit.
I'll address Luke's question here. Have projected cotton exports improved? And They did a little bit, went from a 12.1 to a 12.3 on the USDA balance sheet. So a little improvement there on cotton exports here. Good to
And
see
Luke,
that.
I will tell you that your sweatshirt and your coffee cup are on the way. Thank you for being a fan. And with that, guys, let's wrap it up. We got to call our clients. Of course, if you need to get a hold of us, 1-855-737-FARM, info at ATI ProMedia. When we're not doing media, we're actually real commodity brokers. Give us a call. We'd love to help you. And we will see you all tomorrow at 9. See you guys.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.